guys, welcome to my channel. My name is k.birks and today I'm going to be talking about grieving a loved one. So on February 8th 2020 I lost the love of my life, my grandmother, and I wanted to do a video about this month because it's been officially a month since she's caught her wings and went to see Jesus. And I realized how many other people were going through this, the same exact thing that I'm going through. And I figured that out through people messaging me, and they messaged me a lot on Facebook Messenger and through my DMs on Instagram, which if you're not following me, Road to 10,000 is in full progress. So go ahead and follow me at k.birks. So we can just keep this on the roll. I'm real cute on Instagram. Everywhere else, I look homeless. It's okay. Y'all know this lifestyle. I can be whoever I want on Instagram. I'm a model. I'm a successful black woman entrepreneur. But in real life, I look homeless like this every single day. Just accept me for who I am, okay? I wanted to be of aid to anyone that I could, because obviously I'm encouraging somebody somewhere through me getting up every day and doing what I'm supposed to do. And that's why we're here doing this video. So the three things that I'm going to be mainly talking about is my initial feelings when I found out the news, just like going through that therapy and how I've been going to therapy for the last 2 years and how it's helped me be good to myself and my people that I love. And then lastly, my relationship with God. Man, that has not been easy. This has not been an easy process. So those are the three things that I'm going to be talking about in this video. So if y'all are interested, stay tuned. I lost my grandmother February 8th, 2020. It was in the wee hours of the night when she passed away. And she passed away from a heart attack. And then, like, I think they said she went to cardiac arrest as well. And I live in New Orleans because I'm handling things here in New Orleans when it pertains to my education, and my family is in Fort Worth, Texas, near Dallas. So that has been probably the biggest heartache of everything, is that I live in a completely different state and city, and losing a loved one that you're so close to, and you have to get back to regular schmegular life. Like, I just felt like that's probably been the hardest part. But I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But nonetheless, she did pass away. And we've been so fortunate to have so many friends and loved ones that just have been loving on us through this whole entire process, been helping us out, the whole nine. Like, I'm extremely grateful. One of the things that I would say, one of the hardest parts about all of this is that I had to allow people in, to tell people and to acknowledge that I'm not okay. I don't want to say I try to act, but I don't like burdening anyone with my problems. I don't like bringing anyone down, or we all live this life, right? And things happen every single day, and we just have to get through it. And sometimes I feel like whenever I'm going through things, I just silently struggle because I just don't want other people involved. I don't want to, if I'm struggling, I know somebody else is probably, facing their own battles as well. So a big part of all of this has been allowing people to just really kind of know that, I'm not 100% myself. I still cry every single day. Things still happen, and I'm just like, okay. And where I work at, it's been women who look like her, sound like her, even smell like her, and it just sends me into something. But my goal of doing this video is to just kind of encourage somebody who may be in the same position as me. You're in school, you're finishing school, and you're taken aback because you lost somebody that you really love and care about, and you have to finish what you started, but you don't get to stop your life because they're no longer here. So that's the goal of this video. Another part that's been really hard for me is my relationship with God. From the time that she passed to her funeral, it was extremely hard for me to talk to God. I felt like he took my best friend. I really did. And it was really hard because my mother and I continually prayed for her healing. I didn't think that her healing would be her death. I didn't think that he would be gaining an angel through this process of us praying for her healing. So that has been really hard. And if you're, again, in that same boat, all I could do was worship. I couldn't go to church. I couldn't really talk to him. Like, I couldn't pray. Like, I could be like, okay, God, like, right now I'm mad at you and I'm trying not to be mad at you, but it's really hard for me to process everything. And considering when you lose someone, I didn't even have time to really sit and think. It was somebody always at our house. From the time we woke up to the time we went to sleep, our phones were always ringing. And, you know, it's just people showing love. So you really don't even have time to really process what's happening. And I was pretty involved in the planning of the funeral and things of that nature. But it became a lot. And one of my good friends, he basically was like forcing me. He was like, you know what? Like, you need to talk to God. And even to this day, it's been a whole month and I still struggle. I'm trying to get back into that routine of whenever I wake up, read my devotion, pray, and then get my day started. But do understand this portion. I'm not like a preacher, licensed like biblioteca or whatever person. Like, I'm not none of that. But I do understand God and I do know him. And I know that he's going to love you for exactly who you are. It's okay to be mad at God. We are human. We are made to be upset. We have human feelings. And whatever you can give to God, give it. Do it. Even if it's just worshiping. Even if it's something to work with. Because I feel like if I would have just continued to sit in that and not talk to him and not really fellowship with him, then, or not even worship, not him giving anything, then my relationship with him would have hindered and I would have made it harder than better, if that makes any sense. And if you have any questions about anything that I'm saying, please comment. I am more than happy to interact and, you know, explain my perspective of my relationship with God and the tough times that I went through. But I also was reading this devotion, which I'm going to look it up now, that's been helping me as well in the Bible app. It's called Overcoming the Monster of Grief. I'm going to see if y'all can see it. I'm going to show you to you the picture because it doesn't say who it's by. So if you want to, I done missed a day, but hey, don't mind that. If you want to also dive into your word. Now, if you are dealing with the loss of a loved one and you're not a Christian, the best thing that I would advise for you is to talk to a licensed professional. In the description box below, I'm going to be linking some websites that give you therapy in your city. Whether it's free and insurance, whatever. I'm gonna try to be of a resource for you because I've been attending therapy for the last 2 years and I never thought that I was really going to need therapy as much as I do now. And I'm happy that I started this process and that it's easier for me to just go ahead and unleash, and because I know her and I'm more comfortable with telling her that these are my feelings, whatever. So I want to encourage you to talk to a licensed professional. And even if you are Christian, pastors and family members are cool, but one thing you have to acknowledge is that we're all grieving. And in this grieving process, I have to be aware of that everybody don't want to talk about that loved one, everybody all the time, and sometimes that sends you into something and it makes you cry and it makes that person sad. So I'm very cognizant of how I navigate through this grieving process, because it's just not about me. And I'm not saying that you're selfish when you talk about her, because maybe that's therapeutic for you, but again, I'm conscious of how that may affect other people, which is why I go and talk to somebody. What I'm learning is that people really do want to help you. People love you. They pay attention. They know that this season is hard, that you must learn to ask for help when it's needed. And one of the biggest things that I struggle with is that I never want to burden anybody. And especially during the grieving process, it's so many people who want to help you, and they want to be, you know, they want to extend that arm, and honestly allow them to. Truly allow them to help you. I didn't understand that. Well, I'm learning that. I was raised by an independent grandmother and an independent mother who are stubborn but independent. So one of the biggest things that I'm learning is just how to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. It doesn't make you look bad or anything. You know, we all have our shortcomings. So that's one of the things that I've been learning through this process. And then also just have an understanding heart. You're going through something. For me, I was going through something and I had to save face because so many people were at our house and so many people just wanted to love on you. And I didn't want to be rude and be like, I don't feel like dealing with you. I'm really a loner. I could sit in my room all day and not talk to anybody and be perfectly okay with it. But I have forced myself to learn to be a better friend, a family member, whatever. I have a good heart. I just sometimes don't feel like being social. And through that process, every day, somebody was at our house. I would just sit in the car and be like, Lord, I don't feel like going in this house because I want to go in my room and cry. But you know, I don't want to start crying and then everybody else start crying. So you feel it's very overwhelming. But because people have such good hearts and pure intentions, I place my feelings aside because, again, I have a therapist. I'm going to talk about how these folks was getting on my nerves and how if they brought another piece of fried chicken to my house, I was just going to lose it. Y'all, I was going to lose it. I needed some fruits and vegetables. My mama needed some fruits and vegetables. And that's what I started requesting. I started telling people mid-process what we needed. I appreciated everything that everybody was doing. I loved everyone. But that fast food, I couldn't use the restroom. And I used the restroom. Do different, just things that weren't always normal within my community. I was fortunate enough to explore new hobbies and new anything that just crossed my mind. And so in order for me to really thank her and show her that I love you and that I'm going to become the best person I can possibly be, I have to keep going. Is it easy? No. Even at work, I find myself crying on my breaks, and then I gotta, wipe my face, and I'm obviously light skinned, so I turn red easy. So I have to make sure that my face is like presentable so I can go back to work. But I don't think that if you sit in it, then you're not going to get anywhere, no matter what you do. And that goes for anything in life. If I just, like with my weight loss, one thing that has been helping me is when I get sad, I just go run. I'll run till I can't run anymore. So I'll probably end up being skinny by December because I'm sad often. At this point, I've been sad at about 50% of my day, and I just hide it. But I want to be honest and transparent with you all. You still got to get up. We got to get up. We got to keep pushing. We have to accomplish those goals. And it's not always easy. Like I said, I will hope that I was able to encourage just one person, help out one person, because this process is not easy. But we're all going to get through this because we're strong. We're very strong. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you're not follow me on Instagram at k.birks. You can go to my website to stay up to date with anything surrounding me, and I will see you all in the next video.